I very reluctantly put Marth, even though I think Marth might even be mid-tier, honestly, because he's so inconsistent. Like, you usually not getting the tipper hits. Like, some games you can be a top-tier character, and other games you're like a bottom-tier, or a low-tier character, because you have to win too many neutrals to kill them. Because the thing is, his weak hits are like so weak. And then like there are times you could swear you got a tipper, but then you don't. And Leo told me like he feels the same way. But yeah, that's why I have him bottom of high tier. Very reluctantly put him in high. He should probably get some buffs to like. I honestly think the main thing he's just people don't want to play super good, barely miss the tipper, and then just not kill to like 180 at times just from your center hit moves. They should make the center hit move stronger. Even if you're gonna nerf tippers or something, nerf tippers slightly, make center hits much stronger. The variance is too high for. That's why no one plays him. A Wii Fit trainer, Wadi is pretty much the best representative that I'm aware of at the moment. You could charge, as I mentioned in the last video, a lot of the reasons. I made even a Wii Fit video, and I mentioned the last tier list, so I don't need to go over this too much again. Nothing too new. Character has some good tools in neutral. Led's camping, healing, becoming a go Super Saiyan mode with the down B, like a lot of stuff. Lucas I moved down due to lack of results. I still think the character's good. I didn't want to move him too far, but I moved him down mainly because of lack of results. Still think he's a solid character though. Falco, I think Larry Lur, I read somewhere, thinks that Falco could be a high tier character. I've also played some other Falcos at like Smash and Splash and stuff. I found out Falco's not actually too bad. I still think he's definitely the worst of the three species, but he's definitely a lot better than I thought prior. He has some pretty good neutral tools and up tilt bear and a lot of up tilt and up air combos, a lot of combos with the up tilts and the up airs. I have Luigi next. I played Elegant. He was pretty good. We went back and forth on a friendlies, although he beat me in our turn set. Found out Luigi had like. I thought that I could like so I didn't realize that Luigi could up B facing one direction and then turn it around and still hit with the fire uppercut. Like I did a cross up dash attack to like land behind him with like Joker or Wolf or something, and then he up B in reverse. And I was like, okay, well, so even if I cross him up, touching his shield's not safe. And then you can pretty much just keep spamming grab from like 0 to 20%, and like you could keep failing neutral and just get hit once or twice or whatever. But when you hit them, you can actually like 0 to death or 0 to huge combo, and there's like nothing you can do about it. He has some good ledge trap stuff. He's not too bad. He's kind of average, but he also has some results because of Elegant and Con stuff. And now here are the heavies. I don't have a particular order for this. So I was talking with Salem. We decided DDD, Ganon, and Bowser. I feel like these three characters are like around the same level of goodness overall, but they're like good in different ways. For example, DDD is really good at characters who have trouble getting off the ledge and characters who can't handle Gordos. So example, like I think DDD is really good against Bowser head-to-head. Like he wins that matchup head-to-head because Bowser has trouble getting off the ledge because he's a big body, and Bowser's Fire Breath doesn't, the Gordo eats up the Fire Breath. But then you have other characters who can like reflect or kick back the Gordo and or tiny bodies to get off the ledge easily. And the characters get off ledge easily, and characters especially who handle Gordo better, DD has a much worse time against. So I think DD has like really good and really bad matchups. So these characters are all good in different ways. So for Ganon, I think Ganon has a weakness of recovery, also approaching and whatnot, but he can be really good against certain characters. For example, Nairo counterpicked Light in like a few months ago with Ganon against Fox, and I think that matchup's pretty good for him, and the reason is because Fox's strength is like you rush down Ganon, which is what Ganon wants you to do to him anyway, but also Fox doesn't really get his KOs off edge guarding, but Ganon's worse against characters who edge guard him, so like Ganon's pretty good against characters like Wolf and Fox who want to get their KOs on stage more so than edge guarding. So I feel like there's a lot of characters that be like that, and Ganon's just pretty solid overall. And then I have Bowser. So Bowser does good against certain characters, for example, like Inkling, who rely a lot on the rapid A jab to get their damage, which works on every single character in the game except Bowser. So like, because he super armors those types of moves. So having the armor is like really useful. Like you can Edgeguard crowns up B with like the armor. You could tank the Inkling rapid jab with the armor. Like there's specific moves and specific characters as well that he's good against, simply because the armor is some like important key moves that do little damage. And also like with Leon, had some good results. He got 9th at Smash and Splash. That's the best that Bowser's ever done in a major like ever. Tweak and Salem pretty much carry young Link and Link. Well, actually no. Link actually has good rep from Japan as well. Before it was just Salem carrying Link, but the T, like the letter T, he's a really good Link in Japan. He has good results, and Salem had good results when he played Link. And alongside Link is Young Link. But I felt like, in a way, I felt like that was just tweak. Because, like, when you take him out of the equation, it's like Young Links don't really do much. But at the same time, he objectively has good tools. You just have to continue. The thing with Young Link is you just want to keep being patient. You don't want to really fish for kills. But you can cover so many options with, like, safe boomerang into safe fire arrow, bombs for KOing and comboing and ledge trapping. And he just has a lot of safe stuff. You just have to be patient on the KO. You don't want to rush the KO, and it'll be good. Then I have Duck Hunt Dog in the, like, middle of high tier. And the thing is, I talked to Raito, and I believe he told me Duck Hunt was either top 15 or top 25. I think he said top 15. There's a chance he said top 25. But either way, that's even higher than I put him. I put Duck Hunt Dog even lower than that. But I might even be underrating Duck Hunt Dog. Duck Hunt Dog is just pretty much buff from Smash 4. And if you're really patient, kind of like how Young Link, you want to be patient to get kills. Duck Hunt Dog's kind of similar. You just be consistently patient, just keep camping, and you can cover a lot of options safely with, like, the cam. Like, try attack with the cam if it doesn't work. Big deal. It's not like you take damage for it. You just keep being safe and obnoxious. Yeah. Lucario got a lot of buffs. So many, I don't remember them all. I remember, like, forward tilt got stronger. Forward smash, the strong kid is bigger. Up air, the strong kid is bigger. You don't bounce out of the neutral B charge as much. The neutral B shot you do, it has less lag at the end of it. The side B grab is bigger, and there might even be dash attack has more range, and neutral air has more range. And there might even be another thing I'm forgetting. He has all those buffs, and Lucario is just so much better than he used to be. I feel like Lucario at top level might even be top tier. It's just like by nature of design, he's like inconsistent because like you have to get beat up and then play good when you're at high damage and not get gimped, and his massive spread's going to be based on what percent he dies at. Like, he'll always be good against a character like Sheik, who doesn't kill to high percents, but he'll be worse against a character who kills him early. Like, he probably won't be as good against Roy, because Roy killed him at earlier percents and stuff like that. But I feel like Lucario could actually be potentially a top-tier character. Ness, I moved Ness down from the past, because Ness has got really good results early on, but then they kind of dropped off. But they still do good. The Nesses still do good, but they were doing better in the past. Like, Best Ness, like, he's a good Ness, but he's trying to main Palutena now, because, like, Palutena is just better, like, a lot better. And then, I don't know what the other Nesses are really doing, but I felt like they were doing amazing early on, but obviously Ness is still a good character, so I have him high up. Game & Watch is pretty much carried by one person, Meister. The thing with Game & Watch is he has, like, a frame 2 or frame 3 up at a shield, and he's really good against certain characters who want to throw projectiles at you all day, like, notably Snake when he threw at MVD. I think MVD is particularly bad against matchups he has no experience against. It might be a bad example, but Meister has also, like, one turns over E-Sam and stuff. Like, this character has to be at least high tier, just from, like, the sole fact that he has a super good up at a shield, being able to negate projectiles. So if your character relies on projectiles, Game & Watch is like, no, I don't care about that. I'm going to use my down B and not care about your projectile. And if that was a big part of your neutral, that sucks for that character. Yoshi, I feel like there's a bunch of Yoshis that are good. And I don't know. I just feel like Yoshi's a solid character. There's not much else to say. I just think he's a solid character. So these three swordsmen, I have them next to each other. I have Ike, Chrom, Roy, with Roy being the best of the three. I feel like they're all close. Of course, most people are going to be like, okay, Roy and Chrom are way better. I don't personally think they're way better. I think Roy and Chrom actually have kind of exploitable recoveries. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ike's... The thing of, like, Ike was winning majors, and people are saying, like, he's top tier because of MK Leo. It's just another thing of, like, how good is he really? Like, MK Leo was winning majors with him, and then Leo dropped the character, and now Mars sometimes does things with Ike, and sometimes Ike's do things, and then, I don't know, it's really hard to say because so much variance happened off just Leo deciding not to use the character anymore. And then Chrom and Roy, there's a few good Chrom players and a few good Roy players, and they have about equal rep. And it's really hard to say which one's better, so I just put them next to each other. Without the patch change, they both were unchanged by the patch, so there's nothing more I could add that I didn't add in a previous video, so not much to talk about here. But now is where it gets interesting. And I'll be the first to say that I don't have Ken and Ryu memorized in terms of like all the stuff they can do, but I was talking with Salem about his general placement. So I'm going to start off by saying, Salem, we uploaded a video from mainly Salem going to teach you all about Ken and Ryu and their new changes. It was a recent video on our YouTube channel. So this YouTube channel, make sure you follow and subscribe. Look at our recent videos over these past few weeks, and you'll see. Sam goes over in detail why Ken and Ryu are better than they were before. So if you want a detailed explanation, go to there. But if you want the short version, it's not any one particular change, but the fact that so many different moves were buffed in terms of damage, quality of life, KOing with like Ken's up B, just so many different things were changed, and those small things all add up to like a big conclusion. And Salem believes that these characters could be top tier, but right now he won't put it there because it's too early to say that. Also, another difference Salem told me is that Ken is basically like the more fast rushdown version, where Ryu actually could be better than Ken if you use the fireball. So like Ryu's fireball, it's like a lot better. So if you like shooting fireballs, you probably want to play Ryu, and if you don't like shooting fireballs, you probably want to play Ken, because Ryu's fireball, he has like that red fireball, and it's like if you block it or get hit by it, you're screwed either way. So you pretty much just have to avoid it, because then like he can go up to you, and then like he has a huge shield advantage, and he can like just break your shield or destroy you really hard. So yeah, these are like some first Theorycraft opinions by me and Salem, mainly Salem. And now we get to top tiers. The lowest of the top tiers I have is Pac-Man. Yes, I think Pac-Man is top tier. I know he only has one top representative from Japan. But as I've said before, I think Pac-Man is just really strong as long as you're willing to play the timeout game from the beginning. So you don't have to care about KOing them. You just have to be doing better than them. It's basically one of those things, play to win. If you're not playing with that game plan, then you're not going to be as good as you could be. Me and Sam actually also both believe that Mega Man is top tier. He was obnoxious before. He's consistently been underrated in America. Leaf Shield is obnoxious. You can basically Leaf Shield, and like you can do it from the air. And let's say I'm trying to like do an up-E at a shield or a shield grab or some action at a shield. Well, he just falls on me with the Leaf Shield, and since it's multi-hit, I just get hit by one of the leaves, and then those leaves combo into more leaves, and it's like 20 damage immediately. But then if they block it, a lot of Mega Man can be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna dash away and jump on a platform or something like that to some defensive option. And then there are some characters that can't punish it, and there are other characters who can. Like obviously Sonic is gonna punish it every time, but in like a slow character, it would be harder, because there's not actually that much time. So he's going to be like allowed based on matchups. I actually think Mega Man's quite a good character. And you also have Kameme. He did win a big tournament recently in the past like 2 months or something with Mega Man. So it's not just Theorycraft. Kameme also has the results. And there have been a lot of Mega Mans that have been getting good results. Like they haven't been winning outside Kameme, but they've been getting like respectable results in singles and doubles. Next I have Lucina. I actually think Lucina is extremely overrated. And now in this patch, her forward air was nerfed, which is going to affect both KOing and gimping, her low percent gimps. So both will be affected. And then forward smash was nerfed. Don't get me wrong, Lucina is still a good character. I'm not even 100% sure she's better than Roy and Crumb. It's mainly because like her up B is so good, but then like her comboing is worse, her air speed is worse, her KO power is worse. Like everything outside of up B recovery is like worse than Chrom and Roy. And I actually don't think Chrom, Roy, and Lucina is that far apart. Maybe it's because I play these characters some and I kind of like understand their weaknesses. Like I'm also good at fighting them. Like I fought like Goblin and Blank, and I fought Leo's sword characters. So like I have an idea of like I'm pretty good against sword characters, I would say. Like I understand what they do. Maybe it's because I understand their weaknesses so well that I'm able to I might have a lower opinion of them. But yeah, I think they're good characters, definitely all above average. But I also think they're all overrated in my personal opinion. I think Leo was hard carrying him, and Mr. E is trying to switch to a Chrom main. So that was like the top 2 ranked Lucinas outside Proto Bantam from Japan. So now there's only one of the top 3 Lucinas left that actually use her still. Mario, I'm pretty much Dark Wizzy carrying. I used to think Mario wasn't so good, and I played Dark Wizzy a lot and realized that Mario is ridiculously good. Mario has a super fast up at a shield, nair at a shield, super good up close. Actually, very good recovery. Wall jump, extra broken recovery on walls. The only thing he doesn't have is like brain dead, down throw, up tilt spam. But so early meta, everyone's like, oh, I relied on that, and now it's gone. I don't know what to do. But then now we realize, oh, that was it. Mario's still amazing. He's like, let's say you're fighting like a Rob or something. Rob tries to do this down tilt stuff or the nair stuff. It's safe against most characters, but then Mario's like, I don't care about that. I'm just gonna buff or up you out of shield or whatever. And congrats, you can't do anything. The best way to fight Mario is just like camp him and stuff. But he's actually a really underrated character. And yes, it is mainly because of one person that I fought, the Dark Wizzy, that made me realize this. But regardless, that's still my opinion. I've learned new information and changed my opinion. That's how it should be. Shulk, not much else to say. He's the same as before in terms of like this balance pass didn't change anything. He's a good character. I just think he's a really good character. And I feel like he'll be better with time, but you have to fully master him. So I don't know if that theory craft ever be reality. Zero Suit, you could say, okay, Mars is carrying her, but at the same time, there are other good Zero Suits that have done things. Like in the past, I've seen Nairo use Zero Suit to beat Samsora's Peach at one set. In Japan, she gets some good results. And then you can't ignore Mars being like recently anywhere between 2nd to 4th best player in the world with her over recent months with her, and he mains Zero Suit. So you can't ignore these things. These are all important factors. Zero Suit, I would say, is at least this good. She might even be better. In addition to that, her side B was buffed, and her down B, now she jumps even further. So now her get out of jail free card with down B to escape juggles and disadvantage is now even better, and the side B is also better, while her competitors were also nerfed. So now she's even better than before, so she might even be better than this. I would say she's definitely a top tier character. Okay, so Joker, if you want my honest opinion, I think people suck at fighting Joker, and I think Leo is by far the best player in the world overall. Like, I definitely feel like he's clearly the #1 player. And so I was like, okay, as I said the last video, I was like, okay, so who's the next highest ranking Joker? And there's like, there are good Jokers that are good at like high level, but it was no one like close, like there's no one even remotely close to his level. I honestly think it's a combination of his ability in addition to the fact that people are really bad at fighting Joker. Like, you could just like dash away shield to waste his time in arson. You can 2-frame his up B and people will just suck at doing it. He's still a very good character. He has a lot of combo trees. He has good neutral and stuff. I just think people are overrating him a lot at the moment. I have Wolf next. So here's the thing. Wolf actually got nerfed again in multiple ways that are actually pretty big. So in prior nerfs, his air dodge into the side B and then land with no lag, that was nerfed. And then down smash was nerfed and something else. But now his laser now has 3 frames more end lag on it. So if you shoot a laser, you can't just spam lasers now, because if they decide to full hop at you at the same time as you do a laser, or if they parry your laser, now they have 3 extra frames to punish you, which is very significant in terms of how reliable or easy it is for certain characters to move X distance or take a risk in human reaction time and all that. Like, the 3 frames more end lag is actually huge. That means you can no longer just spam lasers safely like before. Also, his up B is a significantly smaller hitbox, so that's huge, which means you could just edge guard him, and if you get hit, it's going to happen way less, and it's probably your fault because the hitbox is so much tinier than before. It's like extremely significant. And in addition to that, down smash, the base knockback, which is for killing at earlier percents, that is significantly nerfed. So if you're in like the middle of Kalos or something, it's going to kill about the same. But in almost any other situation, it's killing much later because the base knockback was nerfed a lot, and then the knockback growth was increased, but it takes a long time for that to surpass the base knockback difference. So it's overall much worse, mainly for gimping. On the plus side, his rapid jab now works properly, which honestly doesn't matter that much. And then Reflector, I think it reflects like 1 or 2. I think it's 1 frame sooner. It like activates 1 frame sooner, and you can reflect projectiles a frame sooner or something like that. So that's good. But yeah, those nerfs hurt him a lot. In addition, I think he's been like slightly falling off in terms of like when Leo dropped Wolf, like Leo was winning with Wolf because he just wins with anyone, and then he stopped using him. And then Zachary, like, he's been doing good, but I feel like he hasn't like he mainly did really good in like the first 3 months of Ultimate or something, and he hasn't done as much. Like, I don't know the last time he's like won the turns or like with Wolf or whatnot. He hasn't like been dominating like the way he like clearly was early on. And I don't know. I think he's just a solid top tier, but like there are characters I think could be better. Okay, so I have Inkling next. Inkling actually got buffed. The rapid jab works even better now, like more range or something. And honestly, I think Inkling might even be better than this. I may be underrating Inkling. It's just at top level, I usually see like Cosmo win stuff, and I've fought other good Inklings though. They don't seem to do like, they don't win the tournaments. No, they're like never winning turns at big turns. But so I feel reluctant to put too high. But I feel like they're really good. I honestly, Inkling might even be better than this. The top tier is like really close now. Before it was like I clearly had like Olimar, the Pichus, the Chews that were like clearly the best, and now I feel like it's a lot more debatable. Next I have Greninja. I think is super underrated, dude. I don't know why everyone underrates this character. When Leo was playing Greninja, that was like his hard. Me and Wizzy at one point thought that was Leo's best character. Like when we were playing him with Wolf. There was a time period that me and Wizra both had that same opinion. At least in that head-to-head matchup. This character is actually crazy good. There's the drag down up airs you can do into like down tilts, down smash, tech chase, option select, good recovery, fast speed, low profiling things like for free just because the character just really fast movement from point A to point B, whether it's jumping, moving in the air, being tricky. He's just a solid character overall. And the character hasn't been getting nerfed. And I feel like the character's being slept on. And Greninjas do well. Like Schroeder does well in tournaments. There are other Greninjas also doing well. Next I have Pokemon Trainer. Pokemon Trainer, I feel like keeps getting better. And there's a lot of successful Pokemon Trainers too. Leo's hardest matchup was actually against the Pokemon Trainer at Smash and Splash. Who's, surprise, actually knew the matchup. I think it was Wishes. Anyway, so Squirtle basically tries to grab you at a low percent. Like you can do like grab at 0 and like you do the down throw, and then you do the down air, short hop down air, and then auto cancels and you just dash grab to re-grab them. And then you just down throw and you do a lot of up airs. And that's basically like how you do your bread and butter combos. And then I feel like these combos just keep getting better as time goes on. Like the combos keep getting more and more optimized. Being able to switch between characters as I theory crafted even before the game's release, I realized that like, okay, in the long run, this character is going to have a really high peak skill because you can just pick Squirtle to optimize combos, which are just going to get better with time. Ivysaur is just really good overall, and when you just want to hit them with one single random hit, you can just, of course, use Charizard. Yeah, I've always had a high opinion of this character, and now is no different. And there's also results by many different trainers to show that this character is really good. Next, I have Rob. And to be honest, I think Rob's even better than this. This is probably one of my most controversial opinions in terms of like this opinion is not normal. But I think Rob is extremely good. Might even be like top 3 or 5 in the game. I don't know why people underrate this character so much. I feel like there are some characters like Palutena and Mario who are like really good against Rob, like head to head. But Rob has like everything. Like he got buffed in like he can do like down tilt, run up, jab, and it's really precise, and you can do like some wobble infinite thing or whatever. But like as his competitors get nerfed and he gets buffed, he's always had amazing ledge trapping. Like you can make it so you can cover every option or every option but one, or cause 50-50s. And then hard punish into like spikes or smash attacks or strong back air just from being at the ledge. He has projectiles. He doesn't have to approach. He's really heavy. He has really good recovery. He has good edge guarding. He has good gimping. Like if the small blast zone, you do some complex gyro combo and then side B them, and the base knockback of side B can kill it like very low percentages off a guaranteed combo. Like yeah, you have to lab the combo, but after you learn it, you just when you learn it, there's nothing they can do once the combo starts. Nair is safe. Like unless your character has a really fast up air to shield or a really fast Nair to shield, then his moves like rapid down tilt and landing neutral air unless you parry it or unless you have a super fast up air to shield. Like let's say I'm Wolf against Rob, I can't shield grab, and then I have to choose. So I can't grab. He'll act first, and then I have to choose full hop or roll away, and Rob can just like guess that right and then kill me. And if he does rapid, or no, he can hit me. And if he does rapid down tilts, characters with frame 6 shield grabs, I'll just use Wolf or Mario for example, or just anyone. If you try to do the frame 6 shield grab, which is frame 10 out of shield, because of the 4-frame punishment window that they can program, it'll trade with the other down tilt. So in the best case scenario, you trade with rapid down tilt, which means that you need an up B at a shield in order to or a fast area at a shield to actually punish him safely. Otherwise, he can just down tilt spam you at the edge, make you accidentally buffer something to your death, or you can just read the full hop or roll in. This is a lot of risk reward in common situations that he's good at, and he just has a lot of good attributes across the board. He'll struggle against certain characters who can combo him really hard, which is why I mentioned Mario and Palutena. But a lot of other characters, he can just be really good. I just think this character is really good and underrated. That's my personal opinion. Fox, not much else to say. Look at Light, look at his results. Wario, kind of similar. As I mentioned in the past, Wario just had good results. There was a time period Tweak was like 3-0ing Nairo, 3-0ing the Buzz back when Armor was broken. And then there's like Gluttony, 3-0'd Zachary, Wolf versus Wario versus Wolf at the Summit. Like, there are at least 2 Warriors that are like doing really well. And the Theorycraft is this character is amazing. Salem even thinks a super patient Warrior could be like a contender for best in the game. And the character's never getting nerfed. Like, no one, for some reason, people don't have a high opinion of this character, even though he's amazing. Okay, so after that, Olimar. Now, Olimar, in my past tier list, I put as either first or second in the game alongside Peach. But then Olimar got nerfed harder than Peach. But he's still a top tier character. He's still amazing. So, basically before, you could up smash, and then you could spot dodge, because there was like no end lag. But now, even characters with slow shield grabs like Snake can shield grab Olimar. So you just buffer a shield grab, and you could shield grab Olimar's up smash now, because this has so much more lag. Before, you could up smash with Olimar and then spot dodge. You just buffer spot dodge, and then you can up smash again if they whiffed a shield grab. So the risk-reward for that situation was huge. In the past, you would pretty much just have to roll away. Now, it's a guessing game. Like, let's say if Olimar predicts you're going to keep shielding, they can grab you. But if they're wrong, they're screwed. And then Olimar could up smash, but then you could get shield grab. So, like, the risk-reward for a common situation where you're both next to each other, or you hit his shield, and we're playing, like, the mix-up triad of shield, which is, like, a very common situation, that's significantly nerfed. Also, F smash has a bit more lag. The end of it has, the end of the move is a little weaker. And the up B, if you get edge guarded over and over, like, you have, like, the gas, I'll just call it gas, it, like, has to recharge. So you can't just keep recovering over and over. So he has some more strong weaknesses now. But in my opinion, he's still a really broken top tier. I think he's super broken, and I think Olimar is just used to having God mode, and now it's like just really good. But that's just my opinion. I think Olimar is still amazing. And I talked to Salem, and Salem still thinks Olimar is amazing. He's much worse than before. He was just that good before. That's just my opinion. Right now I have Pichu as like 5th. Pichu might even be lower than this, actually. It's really hard to say. The top tier is really debatable, honestly. I have a very hard time ranking top tier. So this order for this whole top tier list is not extremely significant. Oh, another thing, before I forget. Olimar and Pichu also got bigger hitboxes. But Pichu also got a bigger shield to compensate, but there's some weird thing with Olimar where like his shield isn't as big as the hurtbox increase. So Pichu and Olimar both are easier to hit. They both got hurtbox increases, but they increased Pichu's shield better than they did Olimar's shield. They probably need to fix that next patch, because it's just inconsistent. So like, there's a time like Shulk can like short hop fair at like a shield height that seems like it would block it, but then it doesn't. But then it's not as bad as like the Twitter clips made it look, because I actually tested myself because I was curious. I did like Wolf's Nair over Olimar. Like, I let Olimar's shield shrink for like half a second, and then I jumped over him with Wolf's Nair, and Olimar still blocked Wolf's Nair well. So it depends on like the exact move and the exact angle. I'm sure everyone's seen like the Twitch clip that like Uncivil Ninja posted with like the short hop fair, but I feel like two things. One, those situations are rare, but two, it should just be fixed anyway, because it's like it's not good game design to like be shield poke that easy. But it's just a very small tweak they fix, and it's fixed next patch, and then he's even better again. But I mean, he's always gonna be top tier. I feel like he's never gonna not be top tier. So anyway, back to Pichu. Pichu basically does a lot more, besides being a bigger hitbox alongside Olimar. He's a lot easier to like, you want to camp. In the past, it was good to camp him, and now it's even extra good to camp him. And the reason is because there's like a ton of electric moves, and like almost all his electric moves, I think, they do a lot more damage to himself. Like, I heard the average is like 1.5 or something, but there's like other things where like Neutral B, it does 0.8 damage to himself. Before it was like 0.4 to 0.5, because the decimal's not shown, so it's like 0.4x, and now it's like 0.8. So he does more damage to himself by quite a bit. So now all I have to do is camp him and then slowly let him kill himself. But like, he's still really good character. He still has all his offensive capabilities. This is now like you could just stall him longer and just let him kill himself. Now is an extra incentive to just make him shoot more Thunder Jolts and more electric attacks and keep playing dodgeball with him. So next I have a Snake. I actually don't think Snake's like that broken, but like when you look at results, there's all, as Salem explained to me, there's always at least one snake doing well, whether it's Salem snake or whether it's MVD snake or Ally snake or whoever. There's always at least one snake getting top 8 or doing something at every single turn. And it might be because there's like a bunch of snake players, and it probably was another factor that all 3 of those players I just named have been playing snake for a long time since Brawl, but I guess that applies to a lot of characters. But yeah, Snake has a lot of good tools, amazing ledge trapping, very heavy, can constantly trade with you. Nikita is honestly broken and should be nerfed. Oh wait, I don't remember if it was or not. The character's just really, really good overall. It's really hard to rank this in the exact order. And then, in third best, right now I used to think she was number 1 or 2, and now I have her around number 3. I have Peach, alongside Daisy, because they made her the same. Peach got a bunch of nerfs, like back throw is a lot weaker. Forward air is weaker, it kills like 10 damage later. Back throw kills like 20 damage later, or something like that. So back throw kills way later, forward air kills later, but they're so good kill moves, but they definitely kill later than they used to. They used to kill absurdly early before. Turnips have more end lag. When you side B someone's shield, or like when you side B someone, now they can block it and punish you depending on which way you drift, if they read your drift, left or right, because there's a few more frames end lag, so she can't just like side B your shield and then okay, now it's neutral again or her favor, and that was stupid. But now it's actually your favor if you shield it, which is nice. Her forward smash, the golf club, is actually a little bit stronger, and oh yeah, Umbrella, it more multi-hits now, so she's not going to have that up B the Jigglypuff and try to kill it at 0%, like stupid little random jank. But although that's like really rare and uncommon. I don't know. I think she's still a super amazing character. She still has all her like amazing strengths, and she still has like her ridiculously long combos that only Ling Ling among the top Peaches have really labbed out. If the other Peaches should honestly just spend all their time labbing those broken combos, because I don't know why they're not labbing that. She's still an amazing character. Don't let people fool you. She's amazing. She's just slightly more fair than before. Okay, so top 2, I have I think Palutena. I have her as number 2. When you actually look at it, she doesn't win the majors, but tons of players just successfully pick her up, and then now she's at top level. Even like, she's so good that like players like Best Nest, who was like top Nest, he wants to use Palutena. What's it called? Abadongo used to be like top with like Wario, top with Mewtwo, Meta Knight, Pac-Man, all these other characters, and he just tries to drop everything with Palutena. I don't know what his results will be yet, but he wouldn't make the decision otherwise. Nara's the highest ranked Palutena. So the thing with Palutena is like, it's debatable where she is, because again, she doesn't win the majors, but she always shows up, and she's used by so many different people. She's like easy to pick up. Oh, and also, this is also the past. Like, Palutena didn't get any nerfs, but all her competitors for 3.1, which is that we haven't even had any 3.1 turns yet, so we don't. So this is also Theorycraft. All her competitors now are like nerfed. I don't know why she wasn't nerfed alongside them. Like, you had nerfs to Lucina, nerfs to Wolf, nerfs to Peach, Almar. I guess those make sense. Pichu. But it's like, she never gets nerfs. And if this rate continues, she's just going to be ridiculous. And she's really easy to pick up. You learn to short hop Nair, and then like do the Nair combos. And she has like Explosive Flame, which is really good. If you try to camp her, she has like 2 projectiles and a reflector. So you pretty much have to fight her. But then if she nairs you at low damage and she gets a big combo, all the neutrals that we play on currently, especially if stages like Castle Siege not legal and all that stuff, which I think should be put back, but whatever. She really benefits stages like Kalos and stuff where it was a big blast zone to ledge, because then like she can really use the full extent of her good edge guarding and good recovery. And then when you look at Palutena matchup charts, she doesn't really have like a matchup that's bad. She doesn't have anything worse than like 55-45, like worse than 5% her losing. Like, she doesn't have any matchups worse than like 5% her losing. She just has a really good matchups across the board. So being easy to pick up, consistent, good matchup spread, like she pretty much has everything. She's just really good, and that's why she's popular. But one of the reasons a lot of people don't use her, is, I actually heard this from a bunch of people, is because people don't find her fun. It's kind of like the thing with Lucina. Like, I don't think Lucina's very fun, and I don't think Palutena's very fun. But I think they're effective if you only care about results. But they just get so boring because it feels like after a point, it's like there's not much else to do to like that's like exciting or feels fun. But I don't know. I think she's very good. I don't know why people underrate her so much. Or maybe it's because the last version of the game, like, she wasn't as good relative. Like, there's a lot of characters that could have been considered better, but now all those characters being slightly nerfed only buffs her spot, as she was a top tier that's untouched. And I feel like that's also important. That could make or break close games also. Okay, then number 1 in the game I have as Pikachu. Basically, if you've watched my past tier list, you'd know that I've always thought Pikachu, like the theory crafted Pikachu, very highly. You could just look at any of my past tier lists, I'll explain why, basically. And similar cases like Palutena and whatnot. All the other characters were like nerfed, and this character was actually unchanged / buffed. Like Pikachu, the grab range of Pikachu got increased slightly, which is honestly not significant, so you can mostly see him as unchanged. But also the 3-crafted this character, I always thought he was side by side with Pichu. Like you can do like down throw, drag down, nair combos, and like up air combos, and you have good recovery, and I just feel like he has a lot. But as I said, it's very hard to like rank all the characters in top tier, because I actually think this is the closest, and this, in my personal opinion, this is like the biggest top tier's ever been, and the closest characters have ever been in any Smash game, in my opinion. So it's unlike the last patch, where it was clearly like Peach and Armor, or like, in my personal opinion, like obvious top 3, or like obvious top 5. Now I feel like it's a lot more debatable than it's ever been before. So the exact order doesn't matter too much, but I did want to like explain some of my reasonings, so that I could make the best honest list possible with my actual thoughts. So if you like this video, don't downvote it only because I said an opinion you don't like. Just do it based on what you think is fair. If you like my video or want more future content, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell. And I'm going to constantly release more future content in Smash Ultimate, just like Smash in general, Mario Maker 2 when it comes out, Nintendo games in general, and so on. So thanks for watching. I'll constantly be releasing more videos on the 2 YouTube channels, youtube.com/MVGLeague and youtube.com/TheRealMew2king. Thanks for watching.